who had sex for the first time in Flushing? Where'd he go? Because I'm from Flushing and I just don't remember ever fucking that guy. I'm not the love child of Barbara Streisand and Barry Manilow. Oh, shit. I can't be, because I'm almost their age. I'm a retired New York City school teacher. Thank you very much, because I taught in a really tough school, and now the president wants me to have a gun. I mean, either way, if I'm a good, is Bill still here? Either way, if I'm a good shot or not, I'll get a participation trophy. But my school was really tough. It was in South Jamaica, Queens, and this kid comes to school, and he said, "Teacher, I have the word of the day and show and tell." He said Glock, G-L-O-C-K. I didn't teach him that. He did bring a Glock to school. I didn't. I know. And the mayor used to say everything that goes on in the classroom is a teachable moment. So these two kids are having a fight. Look how short I am. I'm breaking it up. And this kid goes, "He choked me terrible!" I said, "Stop. You're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly." Perfect to have an English teacher in the Cotton audience. And another thing is I was teaching measurement, and my school never gave you like supplies or money for supplies. So I went home, I brought in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watcher scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding. I never went to Weight Watchers. But they have that little tray on top of the scale. You can put a banana split in there. But I said I was getting older, and I tried to have a positive attitude. And like I'm losing my hair. I'm telling you something kind of private. I'm losing my hair, but I know where it's going. Because I have a positive attitude. It's going to my knuckles. And like when you get older, oh, remember you were asking about the when we have our ovulation, and I was looking at you. Why do you think I was looking at you like that? Because like the young girls say, it has to do with this. The young girls say, I can't wait for the change because I got the PMS, I got the cramps, right? So then the change comes along, and what happens? You got the mood swings, the hot flashes, and here's what I want to tell you. What I say is, menstruation, menopause, those were the good old days. So when you ask me about that, it's like, I can't remember back that long. So we have this thing called the varicose veins, but I try to use my positive attitude. So I call mine the Google Roadmap to Adventure. And this road takes you to the Sterling Forest. I got to break that down to you young girls with your Brazilian and all that. It's like Sterling, Silver Lake, you know, old silver. And this road takes you to the Dead Sea, Dead Valley. Yeah, I try to be positive. And you know, you look in the mirror, and every day there's something new. Like one day, I have pound signs here. I have parentheses here, and I have exclamation points. There's a new one. I said, when you have pound signs, exclamation points, and parentheses on your face, I'll just lay down and you can send a text message on me. And you girls don't like when you get like, oh, where's the lady? She said that the foreign men always try to pick her up and everything. Well, she had a long ride home.
Yeah.
So,
I have a longer
when I would love to get one of those cat calls, because what I get is, oh, excuse me, madam, ma'am, miss, whatever happened to hey, babe? I wouldn't mind some of that. But also when you get older, like Debbie was talking about the kind of guys you meet. So I met this guy in Brooklyn. He was from Bragg Street. Not much to brag about at all. And I'll tell you why. I think he should have been from around the corner from Bragg Street in Brooklyn, called Knapp Street. He says on his singles ads, loves to go hiking. We're in his apartment building. I swear to God, he presses the button to go up one flight. I mean, the better off at Knapp Street. And I meet this other guy, he wrote, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you're from Sheepshead Bay, you're not Amish! Horse and buggy rides in Knapp Street, Brooklyn. But I was married a few times. I was married twice. And I was married first to a Jewish guy from the Bronx.
Sorry.
Bronx.
Yeah,
Sorry.
right. A Jewish guy in the Bronx? Well, it was many years ago, that's what. And then I was married to a Chinese guy, a comedian who I met from San Francisco. So people say, what's the difference between a Jewish guy and a Chinese guy? Nothing. They're both cheap and drive terribly. No difference. But with the Chinese guy, I had 3 New Years, and that was really good. In fact, right now it's Chinese New Year time, and I used to love it because his mother would have these fish dinners in the restaurant with the fish heads. I'm used to that. I have white fish every Sunday. So being with Jews and Chinese, it's all the same. Good math. So we had the 3 New Years, but first you have the American New Year in the calendar, and you have fireworks. And then you have the Chinese New Year fireworks. But then for the Jewish New Year, where are the fireworks? Oh, you eat some of my Aunt Esther's gefilte fish with some horseradish. Those give you fireworks. But I wanted to tell you something I'm very proud of. 50 years ago, I went to Woodstock, the concert.
There you go.
And you were there? You're too young. I thought you said it, I was surprised. And then 50 years later, I went out to Desert Trip with the same exact bands. So I was proud of that. But things changed a lot. Like, in Woodstock, there was a famous line in the movie where Arlo Guthrie says, the freeway's closed, man. And everyone got out of there. You remember from the movie? You're shaking your head. Well, everyone got out of their cars in the mud. They walked to the concert. Well, in Coachella, it was in a desert. The freeway was closed. We got out of our vans. We pressed the button. The wheelchairs came down. You got it, we're 50 years older. But the same bands played. So Mick Jagger singing Satisfaction, and he has a lot of energy. So in the middle of the song, he's singing the verse, and then he goes like this. You know, they want you to... I raised my hand in the middle of thousands of people. I said, no, Mick Jagger. I paid a lot of money to be here in California at this concert. You sing Satisfaction to me. And then Paul McCartney was singing Maybe I'm Amazed. Maybe I'm amazed, Paul, that you could stand there for 7 hours. I could barely get up the step. Bob Dylan, I don't know, let me tell you what happened. I hear Bob Dylan singing Blowing in the Wind, and I'm watching the song, and the song's almost over, and I'm looking at the band, and I don't see Bob Dylan. I see this lady who looks like my Aunt Esther Greenbelt playing the organ, long gray hair, a hat, and the song's over, and I realize Bob Dylan doesn't play the guitar anymore because he has arthritis. That was him. That wasn't my Aunt Esther Greenbelt. And there used to be a slogan at Woodstock with the VW bus, and it said, if this band's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. You remember that?
I wasn't there.
You heard of it? Your grandparents, yeah. Well, in Desert Trip, there was a slogan that said, don't come a fussin' till I've had my Robitussin. And the last thing I remember about the comparison of the two is, at Woodstock there was a tent for bad acid trips. But at Woodstock, the van was for bad acid indigestion. Well, thank you very much.